Alright, well, while she changes the shirt, we're just gonna switch on over to full screen view. How about that? How's everything looking tonight? It seems blurry. It seems blurrier than usual. I think it's actually because it's full resolution. If I'm not mistaken. Nope, not full resolution. Only 1280 by 720. I can do 640 by 480. Look at that. Now I can dance. Yeah, I can dance when it's like that. Then here it's even better. Or I can even do like 4 frames per second. And then it'll be all jerky, right? Or is it jerky? I don't think it's jerky. Is it jerky? I can't tell. I honestly cannot tell if it's jerky or if it's malarkey. Cannot tell if it's jerky or if it's Oh, we don't have any backing music. Hey, Drama for Mama.
Hey, hey.
How are you?
I'm okay.
That's good to hear. Well,
how are we doing tonight?
I don't know what happened. I don't know
What do
how
you
we
mean?
went from getting all these followers to not having anyone. It's kind of frustrating. Do you understand that? Because that's kind of what I wanted to address.
Okay.
Do you understand why I'm frustrated?
I do.
Because it seems like I did
Well,
something
they would.
wrong.
No, you didn't. They would slowly creep in over time.
Uh-huh.
You know, Enigma was always here right away. I sure wish I could say hey to him, but he would always be here right away, and then others would just kind of trickle in over time. So I don't know if you don't just give it time, or
I don't know. We'll try and give it time.
okay.
That's what we're
How
doing.
much time do you think that we can give it before you get nervous and say?
I guess I need to give it all the time. It's just hard to really do a show if you're not game. I know that you moved for. Let's see. You're.
No, just move it. I'll just leave this here. I just thought that you wanted some, but
No, I
That's
want some.
Mm.
I just. This stand is way too tall. We didn't get the right stand.
So why do you have it's over?
Huh?
School?
No,
hey,
biggest
girl,
fan.
it's over.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Thank goodness. I was
So
getting
what did
worried
it feel
there.
like to be a commentator of the World Fair and not the one behind the 8-ball? Did that feel great?
That felt great for me.
I'm so glad you're back, girl. I've missed you so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. How does it feel that it's done? It's done.
I saw
You're
you.
done.
I saw you in the world history exam. I should have gone up to you and wished you luck. I hope everything went well.
Did it? Do you think it went well? How do you feel about the exam?
Because it was quite an exam. It was what we were expecting. It was what we were taught, but
Right.
it was on the harder end, I'd say.
You think it was harder than you thought it would be?
Yeah, it was. It was hard.
Okay.
The multiple choice wasn't as hard, but the writings were harder than the mock exam.
Okay. Is it what you expected, Sweet Pea? She's not there. She's not typing. She's not used to typing. So here we are.
It's hard.
With
It's
her.
hard typing
Okay.
without a keyboard.
All
That's
right,
the problem.
biggest fan. We're gonna do
I
this.
liked taking all the food and visiting the people who did the same. That's what I liked.
know it. You
I
did.
was really happy
and
seeing
quiz them
the.
on it. That
I
was
was
kinda cool.
unfortunately not able to quiz people, but I really love seeing Greece because I did Greece last year for the International Fair, as they're calling it
And
now.
you knew the girl that did Grease because you worked
Yes.
with her before in the one
Oh
act
yes.
play. So
She's,
that was fun. What
And
about...
she did an awesome job. I was proud of her. I really liked her. What do they call it?
Did you get baklava?
Baklava. I didn't like the DBQ, but everything else was okay. I'm not sure
Why do you say that, Miss Lauren? You are
I'm pretty sure you passed.
Yeah, you were like the
You maybe
top
not
of the
didn't get a
class.
5.
Okay,
You maybe not didn't get a 5. That's okay. That's certainly
there's
okay.
a handful of people in the world that get 5s.
10%.
10% of the people that take the test actually get a 5. So that's probably not what's happening. But I'm sure that your Miss L thinks that you got
Your Miss L.
Your Miss L. I'm pretty sure that she's pretty aware of the fact that you got a 4. So she had all the faith in you. I know that. So, But it's over. It's over. You don't have to worry about it anymore. It's done.
Because I know you saw It's Over and you're like, what do you mean?
What? I'm back. Don't leave. Definitely not a 5. Maybe a 2.
No.
Man.
Have you ever demonstrated it to... Oh.
I'm going to tell you,
awkward.
girl, you need to take
like
my theater class because for the first 6 weeks we talk about nothing but your strengths, and you discover so much in my theater class about your strengths, and
about
you
yourself.
would discover
you characterize yourself
so much about yourself in my class. And I know you always say, I don't think that that's for me, but I can find you something that you'd be really good at. I just know it.
You just need to
I'm not
have faith
pressuring
in
you, though.
yourself.
I mean, there's no pressure.
Because no pressure.
No pressure.
You better join though. No pressure. But you just need to, I think, realize your potential. And, you know, if I would have seen you before the test, I would have said to remain calm throughout the exam. Because that's what I've learned.
Yeah.
I was not shaking. I was anxious. But I think that everyone was anxious.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you didn't expect. And how are you supposed to know the history of the world? I talked to Mr. Comple today. Or Mr. C at the other...
She wouldn't...
Across the campus.
If you don't say his name, nobody's
campus,
gonna... It's literally... This is a very local stream right now.
He was like... yeah, that's a tough one. That's a doozy. I mean, to know all of the history of the world is a doozy, but... He didn't like his kids this year. He said the kids just didn't. They just didn't work hard. They just didn't work hard.
Preparatory Academy
this year. So
I was so tired. I didn't even get ready.
You know, that's the same with you, isn't it? Because we're going over the words on that 1,000 word Quizlet that they had, and he's like, "You wear your good like SpongeBob shirt." That's it. There you got it.
That's what
now.
you need.
That's the psychological edge that you always need. I proctored an IB test, a writing test, and every time they asked me for something, or when I passed out, they have these little it has a little piece of green yarn in it, and then 2 little plastic sticks, I don't know, on either end, and then you have to put it through, and it acts like it puts all of their papers together, and every time I passed it out, I said, "This one's full of luck." and then I pass out another, like the paper that they had to write it on. I said, "This one's full of inspiration." So, you know, sometimes that's what it takes. So, you know, I wore my good luck socks. I wore my good luck underwear. So, yeah, that's what it takes. I remember
I had a good luck charm that you gave me for the English 1 exam. And I think that good luck charm turned into a bad luck charm after the English 1. Because that did not go too well, did it? So...
Well, you almost did. Didn't you do perfect? Or
I did
1 on the multiple choice?
Yeah, I did well on the multiple choice. I just did horribly on the writing. That's like the opposite of me now. I always do well on the writing and horribly on the multiple choice. Because they don't give you enough time. How was the English 3 exam? It went okay. I did 40 out of the 53 multiple choice, and I only left 20 minutes for my argumentative essay, which was maybe a mistake. I got a full essay, but it wasn't the best essay. The writing that I had trouble with was SAQ 1, and we're not going to talk about it online, because we're not.
You're not supposed to, are you?
We're not going to say anything more. But it was weird. Why
do you think you did badly on the English one and not on the...
What do you mean?
Because you compared the two and you were like, man, the multiple choice on the WAP was a lot easier than the multiple choice on the...
But the writing on the English was a lot easier than the
writing on the WAP. So, I don't know. It was kind of a yin and yang, give and take, but... Anyway, so I got this fabulous gift from one of my students, a parent that, it's one of my students that's like kind of self-contained, and so she's just part of a team, and so the team of teachers is more like family than they are anything else, and I get the honor of being included on that team, so I'm just, you know, overjoyed. But they gave me a very special gift. That's a nice way to put it. Yeah, but I get to be included, and it is neat because I get to see her grow, you know, and it's kind of really fun to watch her grow. But the Fin League was very generous in the gift that they gave me for Teacher Appreciation Week, and it's a 3-day weekday at the island. So she came up to me today and she said, "You got to pick your day," and I'm like, "Oh boy, which day should we go to the island?" You know, we get 3 days during the weekday, or we get a weekend. I don't know if I want to go on the weekend, but we get 3 days on a weekday.
So do you just call her and RSVP?
Yeah, we just RSVP, but I'm like, And then we're not really big island goers, but just to get away after all of this, it just seems like, wow, that would be really neat.
I think we need to do it in June.
You think June now?
June, yes.
Well, when is NSA?
Well, we need to pick like the first week is in NSA and the fourth week is in NSA.
Okay.
But I think we have it in service.
Are you taking UTRGV summer 1 or summer 2?
Mostly all of July.
All of July. Are you taking summer 1 or summer 2, or both?
Oh man, you haven't been to the island in 3 years.
Are you full IB? Are you going full IB?
We haven't been to the island in 1 year because okay, so summer 1.
Summer 1 only.
I said I don't want to do summer 1. I need the break. I said I'm gonna do only summer 2.
Yeah, but both of the classes that he took and you are going full IB.
Good decision. I did not go full IB originally,
no,
but then it kind of dawned in my mind. I was like, what about the weight? Because you're gonna have people that take full IB that are really smart and do really well in it. They're going to be the valedictorian.
Yeah, and he really is striving for that.
At least
continue with
top
that.
2.
Yeah, he wants to be.
I always
top
call
6. You want to be the top.
I
6
always call number 2 the Sadvictorian or Sadvictorian because you're so sad. It's like
sad.
No.
I tell you,
it's salutatorian because you're like you failed.
I know. Well, last night I didn't want to stay for the senior banquet because last night I was called into the principal's office and kind of, given this, I'm disappointed because there was a student who decided to take his prop. It was his prop out of my room. He decided to bring it entirely on his own. I didn't ask him
Bang.
to. But he did, and then he decided to take it without my knowledge from the room and hand it off to some IB film student in lunch, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh!" Yeah, so
it's a gun. Everyone,
so I was given this. You put me in quite a predicament, and it wasn't my intent.
You put me in a predicament.
And
you made me call my boss.
Yeah,
and I got yelled at all because of you.
Yeah, and all of that happened, but I am, I just felt like.
And that's unethical. It could be considered unethical.
Yeah, and I felt like that was just.
Yeah, he said unethical.
It was kind of harsh, and I thought. Yes, of course, if the child wasn't in that theater class, then he wouldn't have said, "Oh, I need to bring this prop." But he could have been in any class, and you can make a child aware of the fact that they need to do the right thing always, especially in a class like theater. I said, I have to trust that you guys are going to make the right decisions. And he didn't make the right decision, but I was held accountable for the decision that he made.
Did he chew the IB film teacher?
No, but the IB film teacher probably wasn't aware that this girl was this or that or the other thing.
Were you aware of it?
Well, I was supposed to be because I knew that this prop was in my room, and so I didn't know that he had it. So I was kind of bummed. And then I saw my seniors today, and I just felt very sad. So I cried, and I said, I wish I could have been more of a soldier for you, and I wish I would have fought harder for drama club, and I wish I would have, and I wish I would have. And she made me feel sad, but.
Oh, so they were higher in rank than you.
How did that happen? Well, that doesn't mean then that you are. Maybe they're joking about their rank, but if they got AB, then I'm gonna tell you, your rank is going because you got A on a roll. You worked your butt off this year, girl.
Because
dang.
They're probably in. That's surprising. Like, did they calculate the AP weight in? They had to.
Yeah, they had to.
Are they lying to you about
They're lying to you then.
Their rank.
They have to be lying to you.
Because that just more maybe
they do have
better.
more AP. You have WAP, you have English.
I think that it's because
computer science.
Your GPA is rolling. It calculates from last year.
Oh.
So they might have done really well their freshman year.
Maybe they
but
did
then
really well
didn't do too well this year.
Yeah. Oh, and you only have WAP Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably it. Because if they had an English 3 class, that's English AP, and then if they are in the tech track, which we don't have anymore, I'm kind of sad about that.
Miss R is pretty
Well,
bitter about that.
She
Also,
is,
isn't
and
she?
it's not that I'm bitter. I'm excited about what's going to happen next year.
Well, now I'm
You know,
bitter.
they talk about
Because they've
you're
made it
forging
so that
your
we
own
have to be.
individual path, but I don't know how you're going to forge your own individual path because there's so many choices that are in front of you. I just don't know how you're going to forge it. But
Mm-hmm.
you were in our ed track, right? I know they still have a Holmes Cadet, so I don't know.
But they're getting rid of half of the ed teachers. Because
Well,
there's only two.
there's only 2 ed teachers, but
Because they're getting
but,
rid of
but
one.
that's I don't know. I guess she just wasn't certified psychology, but they do need now another history or another social studies teacher so that they can teach psychology. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I do feel bad about the kids in the ed track. Oh,
I know.
your business track. Oh, that's right.
Mm.
So you got a lot of cool options. Are you excited about some?
Yeah,
of the
business
cool
is
options
the
that
only
you
one
get?
that's really getting some love.
They really did have some really cool options, and they had cool options for the
Okay,
tech
so you're
track,
doing
but what they didn't-
entrepreneurship. Awesome.
Yeah, but what they didn't realize in the ed track or the tech track was that if you don't have computer science, then you're not going to be able to program anything. Computer science is kind of a linchpin. You gotta have computer
you can't
science.
get rid of computer science, and they did.
And they got rid of
And
computer
that's
science.
a
And the
major
only
problem.
computer science teacher that they have in the district,
Mhm.
basically. So
Their SciTech has a computer science program,
and
and it's like, what are you? This is really-
STPA does.
They have a
Mr. Comple, he's never taught it, but
he
I
can
said his
he
name
can
again,
teach it,
didn't I? Mm.
but he can teach it.
Yeah, he passed the test. He can teach it. But I think, for business, it was really, I think they had some amazing offerings for business. Are you going to go full diploma? Are you thinking about full diploma? Because if you are,
Yeah,
you and MindTech really need to start having your conversations in Spanish.
En español solamente.
Sí, sí.
Ay, Chihuahua. No.
Well,
Yo no hablo español.
I'm serious, sunshine.
Yo no
have to.
hablo español. At all.
At all. Nada.
Oh, that's yours. I can't drink out of yours because you have.
You think you're doing full? I think
Quite
that's probably the smartest thing to do is just make an attempt at a full.
Like, I need to go into the counselors and have them switch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you signed up for 1 year Spanish. Like, because when I did my pre-registration, I did dual enrollment with UTRGV. And the problem with that is it's weighted, so, well, I've already explained it. So I need to just go in and have them switch out all my classes. So I don't
Right.
necessarily know
But
what
it was
classes,
just a
but it's
history
going to
and
be
a
full.
English, wasn't it? That you
Mhm.
were taking at UTRGV.
But there's other classes now since I'm going for the diploma that I have to take, like Español.
See.
Mucho
And she
bueno.
did say that. She said, "Well, the counselor said, well, you're going to have to take Spanish, and you know that's the thing that he fears the most, and it's not
I'm not gonna do.
Spanish
I'm not
grammar.
gonna pass
it's
that
not,
test.
It's
I
not
won't
Spanish
pass it.
reading. Well, you won't if you don't think you will.
But I'm not.
It's the Spanish spoken part of it, and that's the part that he has always struggled with. So you guys are going to have to start talking in Español solamente.
En español. So
Solamente. I think that if you got enough practice in it, that you immerse
I think
yourself
so.
in it, that you would do okay.
Theory of knowledge. We also have to do that, and probably philosophy, not philosophy. Psychology
no,
or
you get
philosophy.
to choose between philosophy. Well, maybe they've added
Because I know
psychology now, but
my
you get
IB
to choose.
friend-
It used to be that you had to choose either philosophy with Ms. Gutierrez, which is really cool. Oh man, man,
Just
I'm
stop
sorry.
it.
Well, we're local. Okay?
I know,
It's like we're just
I know.
sitting in the cafeteria and having a
In the cafeteria.
with either Miss G or you take IB film with Miss G.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two. One of the
Sorry,
two Aprils.
I can't search that, but I can search by title,
One of the
actors,
two.
year, and categories like romantic comedies or sci-fi.
What'd you ask your watch to do? Crazy
I
man.
just pressed the listen button. That's all I did.
But I think that you would really love IB film too. Philosophy sounds really
All
cool,
right,
but
so
IB film,
V
I'm not
teaches.
sure I understand.
and she's a really good teacher. You
I've
might
heard
be
that
okay
she's
for
a good
Spanish.
teacher.
Do you?
She said that I'd
avoir
be
it?
fine.
Do you hablar it a lot? Yeah, Ms. V said you're gonna be fine, so she thinks you're gonna be fine.
Let's see. I'm gonna do some written Spanish. Tú hablas español. Bueno.
Oh, okay.
Did I spell that correctly? Tú hablas español. Bueno, yo no hablo español. How do you spell it? Espanol. At all. How would you say at all?
Nada. I don't think it's nada. I think nada is
No.
none.
No comprendí español. I'm really bad at it, but I also learned a lot. Miss C was a good teacher, wasn't she?
Did you have Miss C? Yeah, because she's the only one that taught.
Did you have Miss T this year? I only know hola and adios. Well, that's a start, right?
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough year, but I really think that you need to
I
just
know.
push yourself, and you're gonna be fine.
She was a good teacher.
Oh, see that? You had you
you
had
have-
the same class. In your
I wish
freshman
I
year.
had. I wish I had
Oh,
Dr.
you have
V.
V this year. Who do you have?
T.
T. He
T
has Miss
is T is and V is like woo, and T is just kind of like.
Eh. Yeah.
Nothing against the T's, but the V's are a bit better. I wish I had the V
You know.
or the A.
Is she the only one
Like
that does IB
the
Spanish?
the A would have been pretty great, also.
yeah.
Right?
Is she the only one that does IB Spanish, or does Mr. A do it too?
I'm pretty sure it's only the T, but maybe A's gonna also have to do it. Hopefully, I mean not the T. I hope the T never even touches IB Spanish. She probably will have to because I know she touches AP right now.
And it's not that you had a bad experience. It's just that your personalities clashed so much. You know, she accused you of cheating at the beginning of the year, and then she,
Mm-hmm.
when she didn't even know whose it was, she said, "Whoever's doing this must be cheating." And then she saw that it was you, and she was like, "You're
Mhm.
cheating, you cheater."
Mm-hmm.
So,
But my
I don't
class is like the class we had freshman year, and never. Let's. Oh no.
oh no.
We have an excellent class in Spanish. Like, I'm pretty sure they all aren't monolingual. That's the problem. They all speak really good Spanish, but they're also well behaved, and she really loves us. Like, she says all the time that we're her favorite class because we are, and it's awesome. So she's luckily been able to teach us a lot. Like, we know all three tenses now: past, present, imperfect. We know. We didn't learn a lot of vocabulary this year. I know
What
Miss
was
C
that?
did a lot of vocabulario, like
You
la
did a-
familia
You
y
did an improper or puncture. I don't know what you did. Puncture. verbs?
imperfecto,
Imperfecto.
where it's we used to walk, or we. I know that she's having us do some practice, and it was horrible.
I don't know. But
Like,
anyway,
I used to like my new job that she had.
I used to like it, and now I don't.
And then one was really scary. Like, I can't remember what it was, but once I'll see it, it'll be really funny to look at. My class never does their work, and I don't like doing group projects because I feel like no one in the class cares about their
Oh
grade.
man. Well, maybe you two can have the same class next year.
That's kind of like
That'd
the
be
opposite
cool.
in my class because everyone cares about their grade. So when I get with someone, it's someone that's passionate about
Yeah.
the material,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. You know,
It's
that's all you can ask for in a class, really, and you don't get that a lot. But you know, there's some classes where you do, and it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I think so. So maybe you guys will luck out and get Spanish
Hopefully.
class again next year together.
I
But you do, guys. You
Mhm.
really do need to start talking to each other in Spanish because IB does depend. It's a 2-year class. I mean, that's what's really cool. I think about IB is that it's 2 years. But I think that it's just the
problem is that like I have a friend
spoken-
that speaks Spanish, and I always am like hola, and he's like hola, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like what?
And you
he's
don't
like
understand.
blah, blah, blah.
yeah, but the blah, blah, blah will become something that you can comprehend if you just have them kind of slow down. And then you'll have like other teachers like Mr. M that you'll say
Mr. M.
Espanol solamente. Mr. M for the OAP.
Oh. Yes, I was like, Mr. M, who's that?
I don't know what we're going to do for our OAP next year because I had every single weapon confiscated in my room.
They took away all of her
Every single
guns.
prop in my room was
Mhm.
confiscated, and I was told that, you know, some people might think that it's not ethical for me to be having students handle guns, you know, in a play. And I'm like, okay, so now on Monday I have a play that's called Sabotage. It's set in World War II England.
That's unethical.
It's during,
Nazis are unethical.
It's during the Pied Piper event, so all of the children and the pregnant women were sent to the countrysides, and these children think that they see this spy. They see spies everywhere. And this elderly woman who took them in is paralyzed. She's in a wheelchair. She's paralyzed. She's elderly. And they discover who the spy is, and the spy grabs these two, has the other two, you know, dangling in some well somewhere. And the other two, he grabs them and he says, you're going to help me carry all of this dynamite up to the anti-aircraft gun, and we're going to blow it up. So that's the premise of the play. And
all I've heard is that...
And she comes rolling out in her wheelchair, and in her knitting box, in her knitting basket, she has a gun. And she pulls out the gun, and she says, I'm going to stop you. And he's like, you're not going to use that thing, you old... Well, here's this paralyzed woman. Now she's going to have to overpower this healthy gentleman, this large healthy gentleman, with something. Is she going to use a knife?
She's
No,
going to
because
use a
she can't
sign
stand up.
that says bang.
And he suggested maybe a sign.
That says
Maybe a
bang.
sign that says bang. And I said, she doesn't shoot the gun.
Bang.
But, you know, and so we're going to take this super tense moment where this man is like, well, I'm going to get away with this anyway because you're a paralyzed woman and you can't handle, you know, and you're not going to shoot me. And we're going to take this super tense moment. We're going to make it laughable. So I don't know what I'm going to do on Monday. I have no idea. He said I can make a gun out of cardboard. But then is it going to be comical if I make it out of cardboard? Is it going to be comical? Like, oh,
That's what
you've
you have
got
to
a
do.
cardboard gun. So
We need to do a project together. It would be an easy 100. Plus, I could use some tips on how to present.
because she sucks, huh?
I can't present in Spanish, though. Like, you see me try and go up there, and I'm just like, okay, let me look at my notes. May I use my notes?
You see, here's the, you know, because I am less of a theater teacher than I am a speech teacher. My
And you're also an English teacher.
yeah, my major was in English and my minor was in communication, and I threw in a couple of theater classes to finish out my communications minor, and I really loved teaching speech, and I really want to do this hybrid dim bim with speech communication combo.
But you
and
don't
maybe
want to
even
do it
like
at
this
WS, do
technical
you?
writing. I don't know if I want to do it at WS. I might prefer doing that kind of combo class or hybrid class at Step Off, because I don't know. I just don't know. And so that's, I think that I've always said, no, you don't look here, and you don't read this, and well, what do you
don't
say about
gesture
it? Look
like
at me.
I
want
always
you to look
gesture,
at me. What are
because
you
the
saying
problem
about
is that I always gesture like this, and it's kind of awkward because, you know, I actually messed up one word in my Spanish presentation, and one of the kids said I was dumb.
Oh man!
Oh, gosh.
What did Miss V say?
That's horrible.
You know, this is the truth. I have this my junior high class. There's one of the three classes that I teach, and they're horrible to each other. And one girl came out from behind the curtain when they were getting ready to do their last rehearsal, and she said, "So and so called me the R word," which is my least favorite word in the entire world, because it's one of the few words where
it has
it has an
meaning.
implication behind it, because there are people who are mentally challenged, and we can use that word to describe the progress that they make, that it's slower than others, but in saying that, you end up, you know, just really hurting a lot of people. So we don't use that word in my household, and we don't use it in my classroom, because I think of that word as you know, more than just like calling somebody the B word or calling somebody the F word. You know, it's just a really bad choice.
like our sub did.
Right, like your sub
Our
did.
sub, we had a sub in English, and she was quite a potty mouth.
She was. But this is what I told the girl, and this is what I'm going to tell you. you can't control what happened. You can't prevent or stop, in some cases, even what happened. There's nothing that she can do to change this girl's attitude at all. So that the only thing that she can do, the only thing that is within her circle of control, is how she chooses to respond to it. So I'm glad you didn't cry. You know, I'm glad that you and that they didn't make you feel a certain way, because you are completely in control of those emotions. So
it's a great comeback.
they aren't even passing the class. Yeah, you're the one with the A. There you go. You're the one with the A. So
and
you,
you
always have the
Mrs.
choice of,
Roast.
That's right. But that's true. I mean, it's always what choice do I have to respond to this situation? And I can always choose to respond the way that I respond.
Are you happy how I stole your...
Yeah, you confiscated my tea.
Just like they confiscated your guns, I'm confiscating your tea.
Confiscating all of my tea.
And give it up.
So I have no
idea.
I'm not giving it up, man.
Give it up. Oh no, I'm gonna fire you.
Yeah. So I had kind of a cruddy day yesterday, but today, you know, my outlook is just a little bit better. I just have to understand the plan and stay on the path. You know?
She's like, where are the snacks? Snacks are right there.
Oh, the nachos. The nachos. Maybe the nacho. We stopped showing the snacks because we have people that are fasting, intermittently fasting. So we've just stopped showing our snacks.
And the problem is that people stop showing up. If you've seen. I know, I don't know why. It's concerning me. Like I did something wrong. And I don't know what.
I don't know it either. So he's kind of thinking that maybe it's going to be more of a... Now are you spitting in it?
No. I have your straw inside of my straw.
You know, I have a cold sore. You shouldn't be using anything near this. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I'm weird.
You should know better.
Forgot you were alive. I didn't think you were alive, Mr. Enigma.
The heck, man? Where have you been?
Where have you been? Seriously, you've been flexing that new car and your new tacking money.
Don't say sorry. It's okay. We lead incredibly busy lives. Period.
We always love having you, though.
Yeah,
like, we always have a great conversation with you.
You better believe it.
And I don't know why I just typed this, but sure, have a bunch of nines. Have a bunch of
how
nines.
Have you been, child? Enigma, I haven't heard from you in so long.
We've heard from him on the Discord server. He got a new ride.
You're so sweet. We always have the best conversations, girl. We do. I know they're a little personal, and everybody else is like, what are they talking about? But we know.
Who's the T and who's the A? What's that?
Dang, I don't understand.
Took a break from Twitch, but man's got a 2017 EcoBoost Mustang. How exciting. Heck? How exciting, man. Let's see. Here's my desktop. Do you like my...
You're going to have to take it across the channel and
desk?
get it on the Autobahn, man. Open that thing up.
Where's the Autobahn? I thought that was in Harmony.
Is that the cheeseburger covered one? Oh, is it yellow?
Yeah, why did you... Okay,
is it yellow?
Not judging, but why did you get it in yellow? Why did you get it in yellow?
I'll show better pictures in the morning, he said. Are you going to take it onto the Autobahn? You know, I think that's every little boy's dream, is to just any little boy who wants to just open it up on the Autobahn.
I'd like to try that out. Easier to wrap. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I get you.
I get you, man.
Yep.
So, how have things been? We haven't talked in a while.
Are you feeling the pinch of adulthood yet?
Yeah, you're almost...
Oh, geez, now I got some bills.
He's past adulthood now, I guess.
No, I get you, but...
He's already 19, you know.
This whole idea...
He's the same age as James Charles. Have you heard about that issue?
No.
How he, was apparently... He's, you know, homosexual, gay.
Yeah.
And he was trying to convince straight people to get with him.
Oh.
As if he wasn't. Or as if... he was a woman, I guess. I'm not sure.
Oh.
It was quite an interesting issue.
Aye.
And
That's terrifying.
yes, and
James Charles.
and
R.I.P., huh?
this other woman made a video about him, kind of saying, "I hate you now. I used to be your friend, but now you're no longer my friend. We're no longer gonna have friendship."
Yikes.
And he was at 16 million subscribers, and now he's at 13 million. It was called Bi Sister because, he's gay, and apparently that's what you call them now.
Sister.
Very interesting issue, I just watched a video as a summary of it. Like, I don't really care about that stuff. I don't care about the drama. But James Charles used, manipulated, abused many people. That's what I've heard.
Well, it sounds like from the reaction that you're telling me about that's how a lot of people feel.
But he's only 19. That's
James Charles. He called
James
himself
Charles
James Charles.
is only 19.
Is that the one that wears this makeup? That really beautiful boy that wears the makeup. You can see that he's a boy, but he still has this beautiful
makeup.
face of makeup on.
And there's a bunch of other people on YouTube that do that also. I guess it's a trend.
Is it a trend when boys wear makeup?
Mm-hmm. Interesting trend, right?
It is an interesting trend, but it sounds like if he kind of manipulated and kind of lied, and they're coming in with a major backlash.
Want to see decent pics from the please.
Dealership, yeah, custom plate. Jeez.
Had to get the EXE at the end of it. What does that mean?
Executive.
Executive.
Is that
okay.
the executive?
His makeup is really good, but his foundation doesn't match.
Doesn't match at all. Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, okay, there's something there. You see, that's what you'd be good at in theater. You got a great eye.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Makeup artist.
Did you just drink out of my straw?
Does it look like I just drank out of your straw?
Mm-hmm. It did.
Am I drinking out of it again?
Yes. Oh, I get you. Okay.
No, that's what I was thinking. Then I was like, is he seriously going to have an EXE? You're talking about
.exe?
executable programs.
I see.
So, you might have a .exe of Minecraft.
That sounds like you put thought into it.
Minecraft.exe. Minecraft is actually popular again.
You guys are getting to the age where vehicles are going to become something important. Do you have your learner's permit yet?
No.
I can't even imagine you driving. That's terrifying to me. It's so much more of a rite of passage for me than it is for you. Because when you were 4 years old, you told me that if I would put an Xbox controller in your hand, that you could drive just about anything. Mm-hmm. Just give me an Xbox controller and I'll drive you home, Mom, is what you said to me.
Awesome.
When you were 4.
You've been driving cars since 2017. So you've been only driving since you were 17. That isn't bad. 16, 17.
I'm asking biggest fan because you guys can be 14 in the States and drive with a learner's permit.
I'm driving for about 3 years. Wow. I'm behind.
Scary. Yeah, you're behind, young man. You better start.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about.
That scares
look
me.
at those pics.
That scares me.
You sent pics?
Oh man, that's a mean looking car.
That
Sunshine.
is mean. That is mean. How fun.
Holy
it's a fun car.
Smokes.
That's like a midlife crisis.
Oh,
I'm just
look
kidding.
at the face on that.
WG17 EXE.
Looks like a giant. Wow, I like it. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. How cool. But I don't know.
Very nice.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get a permit of learning or a permit of permitting or
what's the process down here? I know I couldn't afford that either, but don't expect it, okay? Because it's not gonna happen.
I don't want any of that. That's like a midlife crisis.
I know you had one very supportive teacher that gave you some a foundation of something for ethical hacking.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna start reading stuff about that. Maybe you
I
can
also
freelance
need
enough to get yourself one of those puppies. Someday.
Even though, he's a hacker, but I'm not sure if he would fall into the ethical.
Hey, you don't know him.
Well, I'm just saying.
I have all the faith in
I'm
the
just
world,
saying.
okay? Maybe it's my delusion, but just let me have it, for gosh sakes. Okay.
Moving right along.
Moving
so,
right along, huh?
you want to see this new thing that Microsoft has released? It's the new Windows Terminal. And I think it's pretty cool because they have... See, that isn't too bad of price. £27,000 plus. Okay, that's a lot of insurance.
That's a lot of insurance. Is that because it's a luxury car, or do they have like a luxury tax on that, or what?
I don't know.
That
luxury tax, you have to pass go and pay your luxury tax.
1 pound is how many US dollars, though?
Because that's the thing. Let's see, pound to USD. Let's see. Why is... Okay, so let's see. If you had 2,700. Okay, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of moneda.
But that's what a Mustang costs.
The insurance is a bit higher than I pay, but I don't have a fancy car. See,
you drive?
I wouldn't.
Biggest fan.
I would never get a fancy car,
since
though.
14 driving. So you had a school permit, is what you had. In the States, you have a school permit, and so you were permitted to drive to school when you were a youngin'.
A youngin'.
Wow.
How interesting.
That scares me. But what is this called?
The new Windows Terminal. So they have Linux built in now. You can compile Linux code, apparently, right on Windows.
You call your car economical. You see, you
economical.
You
That's exactly what you need.
You are a diplomat.
Exactly what you need. I don't care about spending all the money on like all the looks and stuff. I just want something that is reliable, something that's affordable, and something that doesn't guzzle down gas. Fact noun 1A, thing that is known or proved to be true. Are you drunk?
Hey, a dang Jew, that's a fact. You know, one of my newest favorite sayings is, are those the facts or are those emotions? So I want to know, is that a fact or is that an emotion?
You're going to have kids changing the color to green in properties and do the tree command thing, thinking they're
thinking they're some hacker.
I'm a hacker.
Look what I can do. Oh my gosh, speaking of that. Okay, here's my she's gone a bit off the deep end, you know. Running up the train on the crazy train. That's me. Okay, I was on the crazy train a couple of days ago. I had one of my classes that's full of kids that I would absolutely love if they were on different continents in different decades at different times during the day. Separately, they'd be fantastic kids, but together the chemistry in that class is just, and they don't like each other, and they're so mean to each other. Okay?
Ding.
So they have this nerve that they put me into, this heightened state of that they put me into. So they're getting ready for their final exam, which is their play. The curtain is closed on the stage, and they just had the orchestra concert. So the piano, the electric piano, is off to the side, and my kids are behind this closed curtain, and the lights aren't working. And the tech calls me back, and she's like, I don't know what happened. And so I'm trying to fix the lights, and I hear this. Every time I'm doing something here, I'm like, dong. And I'm like, don't touch the piano. Okay?
Dong.
Just don't touch the piano.
Dong.
It's not yours, it's not mine. Don't touch it. And I go back to focusing and concentrating. As soon as I get sidetracked on the lighting board, I hear dong again. So I'm like, guys, I told you, don't touch the piano. It's not mine, it's not yours. Don't break it. And I go back to trying to get the lights fixed, and four times, and I'm like, they're not listening to me. So I stomp onto stage, and I'm about ready to give it to, I give it to them. I lay down the law, and I'm like, I am not done talking to you, sister, and I'm just screaming, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
they're like, Miss, I didn't touch the piano. I'm like, oh, what did you hear? Well, I heard a piano. Oh, okay, so you're telling me the piano is playing itself? Is that what you're telling me? And they're like, Miss, we didn't touch it. Nobody was over there. Nobody touched it. I'm like, just don't talk to me anymore. So off I went to the lighting board again to try to deal with the lights, okay? And as soon as I start touching the lights, dong, a sound of a piano.
It was
And I
the
went-
Holy Ghost. It
and I
was.
went-
The
and I went-
piano was possessed.
I looked at the tech and I said, did the piano sound come from this board?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, my lighting board. My emulation lighting board was making the sound of a piano. So, yeah, the piano was playing itself, you know? So they thought I was crazy. And I was at the time. I was crazy. But there was one teacher in the school that said exactly that. She said,
Foolish
you've
children.
been visited by the ghost
Oh.
that's here at our school, haven't you?
Mhm.
And she said, I was in the hallway after I got
he
hired.
would have
and-
beat them by now.
And she said the ghost lifted her hair up, and she said, I
Oh,
saw
jeez.
my hair lift. The ghost twisted their finger into my hair, and I went, okay, there's something else with me here in this room. And she got up and she left, but no, that's what she told me. She said, oh, you've been visited by the ghost, haven't you? Well, it wasn't a ghost. It was the soundboard.
Yes, the problem, and she discovered it on her own. Like, I wouldn't have been able to
Well,
come to this.
I don't know if I discovered it on my own or not.
The
but-
problem was that it was trying to be a MIDI synthesizer. So
Yeah.
this board, like a keyboard, was becoming a MIDI synthesizer. So whenever you interfaced with the board,
I would touch a key.
Yeah.
I would raise the lights. Dong. A piano note would play, and then if you go up, it goes dong 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 dong.
Aaron Rodgers chat.
Oh, I can't believe it, but
Mhm.
yeah.
So
I guess
ridiculous.
I'm off the rails on the
Mhm.
crazy train right now. So
Going.
it's almost over. For you, it's over, but for me, it's almost there. I've got Monday and Tuesday, 2 more days, and after that.
My AP exams are over.
You call my
They're
insanity
over.
interesting?
My
Thank
AP
you.
exams
Thank
are
you.
over. I'm not killing myself.
Casper, I appreciate you saying that was an interesting story, miss.
Interesting.
I'm so glad.
Interesting.
Interesting. I can see that you're going quite crazy.
You weren't though,
Interesting.
because I was like, "Are you
Would
sure?"
you like to talk about
I
that?
was
Thanks,
seriously
man,
like, "Are you
thanks.
sure that this is playing?" So I went and I couldn't recreate the problem, and I was like, "Are you sure this is?"
Yeah, everybody thought I was crazy.
And then I came in,
and then I was
And-
so
and then
proud
it- and
of
then it-
myself.
and then it started doing, and it did it, and then I was
so
like,
proud
"What the
of
heck?"
myself because I called the technician in, our IT guy, and
Mhm.
he said, "Well, the only thing I can do is update the software." And I said, "Okay, update the software." So he did, and then he said, "All right, I kind of thought this was going to happen, but all of your lights are gone. So every one of my 28 fixtures was gone." And he's like, "So do you know how to get them back?" No, I'm not the tech guy. What do you mean? So then we had to get a tall ladder. We had to climb up there. We had to figure out which fixture it was. We had to climb back down. We had to try to figure out how to program them in. We got the thick manual. We read through it. And he's like, the problem is that this is discontinued and they don't support it anymore.
Mhm.
And
It's
is.
old.
It's 4 years old, and it's discontinued. But
More than that, 2014.
So we finally got it figured out, and I felt really good about myself. And I went into my afternoon class, and I said, the bad news is we're going to have to program your lights again. You're going to have to figure out which colors you used and which fixtures you used, and we're going to have to program them again. The bad news is, or the good news is, it doesn't play the piano sound anymore. So we got in there, and the very first thing that the tech did was,
Bong.
and she's like, "No, it's not gone, miss. It's still there."
Mm-hmm. This is, clinches butt cheeks. This is like the board that we have. It isn't exactly the same board, but it's similar. And instead of being the MIDI con, it was the MIDI synthesizer. So it was synthesizing sounds.
I guess you said
In real
I'm
time.
looking for the update for MIDI con, and I went, I saw MIDI somewhere. So
Mhm.
we
And then
went
once
through
you
all
went
those
through
stuff,
options.
and I went to
Mhm.
options, and I said, well, "What is this?"
And then I was like, why is it on MIDI synthesizer?
Well,
So I
yeah, and
changed
as
it.
soon as we changed it, then it was fine again, and every control came back to me. But the problem is that my job is to say to these little kids, these snotty-nosed kids, some of them, not all of them, but the snotty-nosed kids, well, this is how you work this software.
Work it.
work it.
But the problem, it was clearly a kid that changed it.
They didn't know what the heck they were doing, and then they changed it. And so
you don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
They didn't know what they were
the
doing.
tech guy doesn't
I didn't know what I was doing.
Nobody knows.
And it's not just me that uses it. So it happened right
it's also
after.
Miss J. Miss J and Miss M use it.
And Miss M use it.
Especially
and
Miss
was
M.
right after Miss M's concert that suddenly this was doing this, and so she had some student who said,
"Oh, I know how to think
Ooh.
that.
Look.
Woo! We need to take a walk.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
7,500.
No, we need.
7,500.
Our walk is scheduled for 7 to
7,500.
7:30. And the sunset is
So
at
how's
8:12.
everyone been? It's nice to see all of you back in here again. I haven't
know.
talked to you guys in such
It's exciting.
a long
We have the
time.
crew
It
back
is.
together.
And who is Aaron?
Who's Aaron Ra?
Aaron Ra?
And why are you clenching your butt cheeks?
Aaron Ra?
That's kind of disgusting. I'm just kidding.
You're taking notes. You are. Thanks.
So you know what I have to do?
I got it all written down.
We
miss.
have
so
this-
someday when it all happens.
So we have this community day tomorrow
Oh.
to introduce our new school, which is basically the old one rebranded, take out everything that made it good. Our new school to the community. They expect at least 3,000.
Yeah.
So we're anticipating about 30.
About 30.
And we have this TSA packet for the Technology Students Association, which is super outdated. It literally advertises TSA as pay your $30 in dues. And so I always said to the presentations, $30 in dues, it goes a long way. And my teacher was like, well, don't mention the money. And I was like, well, I have to because it mentions the money on the pamphlet. So they're going to look at the pamphlet and be like, oh, $30 in dues.
Yeah.
And then it says, it goes up $5 if you pay it past Thanksgiving break, so make sure you pay it before Thanksgiving. It doesn't say, oh, it's fine. It says, it's going to be even more, so make sure you pay it.
Look, I told them the story of my insanity, and the only thing that Enigma gets out of it is, hey, this is the keyboard I ordered. Thanks for your support, man. My brain is going a little wacky. And you're like, hey, I got a new keyboard.
Oh, I've heard of the Akai
Appreciate
professional keyboards
really do.
before.
Ooh, that is nice. Hey, I have those things on the sides of my... I would never be able to know how to run something like that. Here's the thing. I'm a theater teacher, okay? I'm not even a theater teacher. I have 6 credit hours in theater. I took 2 flipping classes. One was an appreciation of theater class, okay? I don't know the last thing, the first thing, even a
Well, do you
little bit of a thing
appreciate
about
theater
teaching
now?
theater. But,
Do you appreciate
well,
it now?
I do appreciate theater a whole lot. But, I don't know anything about light boards and sound ohms and amps and how to make a microphone work and whether it's an omnidirectional or a... I have no idea.
Hey, hold on.
And so when it doesn't work and everybody looks at me and says, oh, what's wrong? Can you make it work? Oh, I don't know.
Lauren, are you talking about like an ad, like a commercial, or like the recruitment tomorrow? Because
The
if they're
advisement.
doing
The advisement.
the
Oh,
advisement,
okay.
oh, I read advertisement. I was like, did they do another commercial that they didn't invite me in?
No, they did.
Because I was kind of bitter that they didn't invite me to
Were
record
you
in
a
those
little bitter?
commercials.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too bad. But anyway, Lauren, my biggest fan. Are you is your brother younger than you then, and he's on his way for brand new? Coming to WS for brand new?
Like an 8th
Clenches
grader?
butt cheeks. Did I upset you and named you?
No.
Clenches butt cheeks.
Clenches butt cheeks because of the
Ew.
Holy Ghost that's...
Oh, for the whole... Okay. I see you.
Hey, I'm your biggest fan.
He's gonna be...
Your biggest fan.
Aw,
Aw, that's so cute. I'm just kidding.
You're so sweet. No.
No. Now he's offended.
All right,
No!
Calm down, man. Oh, he's gonna be a freshman next year. Is he excited? Is he excited about the new change? See, because we can
The
poo-poo
butt
it.
cheeks
Okay.
are clenched.
Gotcha. Okay. It's one
I
heck of
know.
a ride because we're
Casper.
heading off the rails on the crazy chain. That's what we're doing here.
We're shooting ourselves in the foot and then hanging ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say that? I didn't mean to
Yeah,
say
you
that.
did mean to say it. But is he excited? Because we can talk poo-poo about it all day. Poo-poo.
Because of the great Aaron Ross!
Who is this guy? Dang. I don't know.
Who is Aaron Ross? Is he like a lord? Did you hear that at all? Apparently the food's ready.
And it looks like two
I
lights are
like how
available.
Google makes the food and she knows that it's ready.
Selfish
Aaron
Enigma.
Raw is an
I
atheist
A
activist
dank Jew is Enigma's biggest
from
fan.
Garland, Texas. Okay.
Oh.
A dank Jew is like, you are the best, Enigma. And Enigma's like, oh. And Casper's like, oh. And everyone's like, oh.
That's sweet. That's sweet, guys.
He's an atheist activist politician. That's so
Let's put all
interesting.
three of those words together, and I don't know what you get. What do you get when you put all three of those words together?
A POS, a point of sales
Point of
system.
sale system.
I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I didn't mean to say.
I didn't
That's a
say
bad
that
joke.
at all.
That was a bad
you know,
joke.
and
I'm sorry.
I'm not
I'm
gonna judge
sorry,
a person
Casper.
Until I know a person, and I don't
Mhm.
like doing that.
I bet
I just
Aaron
don't.
Raw is amazing.
No,
And
I don't
I bet
know.
that-
I'm not gonna bet.
I
I'm
bet
not
that
gonna place bets at all.
Lilandra
I don't know
Raw-
the man.
I bet
don't know him.
Lilandra Raw is also amazing and awesome.
But he does make a dang Jew clench his butt cheeks, so that's it.
That's exactly what I'd call him. Just
Okay.
kidding.
When a duck crosses the road.
Well, have you seen his head yet? Like, once
bet
you
he
see
is,
his head,
Cheeks clenched.
like,
Oh,
how
my word.
would you describe that fine gentleman?
He's
right
very
there?
stereotypically something, isn't he?
He looks like Ozzy Osbourne,
A little.
100 plus pounds
A little.
gained.
A little.
Going up the rails on
my,
a
there
crazy
you go.
train.
Oh, my. Oh, jeez Louise. Holy
He's
smokes.
quite interesting.
Yeah, he looks
You
like
bet
a rock
he
star.
is. His head is great.
And he indeed makes my butt cheeks clench. Okay. He is. There
Let's
we
see
go.
how quickly it can get a virus.
Oh,
Because
no,
you've gotten
let's
a
not.
lot of viruses by doing this.
Yeah, let's not.
Like, how would you
let's not.
describe
That's what I
my
thought that
my idiocracy right now?
mysterious piano sound was.
Yeah, I
Everybody
thought it
else
was a
said-
virus also.
Yeah, everybody else said. You have been visited by a ghost, ma'am.
Let's see. Let's
But it
visit a
wasn't
random
ghost.
website now. From 9 months
Ooh.
ago.
Ay,
With a 1 hour 45-minute long video.
Whew.
Just look at good gosh. What have I found?
Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Want to
Hey,
try
guess
my
what?
viruses that I've made?
The food is ready.
Yeah, we better start closing shop, you know.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
That's an
Anyway.
interesting hand gesture. Because we
I'm
gotta
gonna try
eat.
the viruses I've made.
What would they do?
Yikes.
Steal all of my
Okay.
personal information like you don't
You're
already
destroying
have
the
all of
illusion,
that?
Enigma. You're destroying the illusion. Okay.
But, you know, did they, like, break your computer or something? I remember talking about this with you once. Did they break your computer?
We got one virus on
April
April
Fools.
Fools that took out our motherboard.
Was
like
it
Friday.
a virus or was it a
Friday.
power surge?
We're pretty sure that it was a virus because there was no reason for there to be a power surge anywhere, and our house didn't burn down, and nothing else went haywire. So, anyway,
And it was smoking, like you could smell it?
no, I don't remember. You're gonna have to ask your dad.
Then the BIOS must have been corrupted. Huh, the virus corrupted the BIOS. Isn't that interesting? If you don't know what I'm saying, you just don't talk computer.
Right.
Guys, if you have Uplay, Step is free till the 22nd.
Steep is free.
What is Uplay? I don't know.
Is it,
They get past virtual machines, lol. It gets directly into your main PC, takes all the info, encrypts everything, bricks the PC. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I'll certainly try that.
There you go. Keep
That is
doing
so
what you're
fun.
doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. That's scary.
No.
That is. That's
Okay.
scarifying.
How
And-
does he test that?
Well, I don't know, but this is one thing that the teacher that has all the hope in the world for you and gave you the stuff that you need to study.
I can
ethical
find out
hacking.
how to hack your
He said
computer
you're
because
gonna- yeah,
if
you're
I
gonna have
hack
to
into
learn-
his
right.
system, then it's ethical. If I hack into anyone else's, it's unethical.
Well, that's what he said. You have to learn how to do the bad before you can do the good. You have to learn how to do that.
You sold the virus. You sold the
7
virus.
times.
No wonder you can buy those cars. Like,
yeah.
no wonder.
Is that it?
Like, there's people
have
that
to
know
go to
how
the
to
restroom.
program and make things better,
I
and
gotta
then
go
there's people
potty.
that know how to break
Are you gonna
computers.
wrap things up, or should I say goodbye or not? Because I gotta go pee.
Why don't you go pee and I'll continue talking about these viruses with these people. Very interesting. Like, I think that I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Viruses are interesting. I just think that they are by nature bad. And, I don't know if you'd agree or disagree with that. Like, I honestly like to hear from a virus creator himself what his opinion is on the ethics behind viruses. But, you know, the code that actually goes into them is interesting. So what do you think happened to our April Fool's computer? Like, seriously, April Fool's Day, the whole system was bricked. And I was so young I couldn't even remember it. But it kind of reminded me of this virus called the CIH. Selfish doesn't give an F. I know that. But still, I have some faith. Still have some faith in him. I don't know where it's from, but I still have it. The CIH virus. Very interesting virus right there. But it completely bricks your BIOS. You can't use the computer at all. Let me show you right here. It's an older virus, but as you can see, physical machine. Once you... Wait, can I hear it? I can't hear it. That was weird. Once you execute the virus, the payload, it basically makes Windows error check. And then after that, the BIOS just can't boot. Faith, noun, mass, noun. 1. Complete trust or confidence in someone or something. I guess. I have limits. I won't go after hospitals. Well, good. Good. Those are good limits. That's a good start, man. Other than that, I'll go for anyone. So you'll even go for yourself. Is that what you're saying? You'll even go for your mom. Your mom's computer. You will brick your mom's computer, destroy all of the family photos, destroy all the tax information. You'll even destroy her bank account. Is that what you're saying?
What?
Because he said he won't go after hospitals, but he'll go after anything else.
He has limits.
It's good that you at least have some limits. And then Casper's like, Enigma doesn't have any limits at all. Like, he is the most unethical person ever. Bro, who do you think tested the virus? Oh, jeez. You purchased a new PC just to destroy it. Wow.
Wow.
So it corrupts the BIOS, I guess. Or it encrypts the BIOS. I'm interested in how it works. How does it completely brick the computer? Because I know a lot of computers have
what would be really cool?
BIOSes.
If you two would actually
Learn how to code.
do some code together. That would be really cool if you two would do that.
Listen to what you're saying. The person that bricks... Like, what if he makes me write something and then my whole system just goes black?
Well, that would be terrifying. But that would also prove to him how much I trust him. But
we do trust you. Like, I know that you wouldn't make me do anything bad. Like, you'd get there and then you'd say, don't run it though. Just don't run it, okay? Just
Right.
don't press the...
Right, just don't press execute. Okay. But that, I mean, yes, you do have to learn how to hack in order to hack ethically. Does that make sense?
I'll make the MindTech virus. Every time they click, they will turn it on, automatically goes to Twitch.
Ooh.
Well, since, I am such a money...
God, huh?
No, since I'm such a money-rich, money-wanting scumbag. I would love that. I'm just kidding. I would absolutely love that. Install
You're
it on
too
every
cute.
box. I'm
You
just
are
kidding.
too cute.
Every time they boot the computer, it doesn't even boot into Windows. It boots into Mind OS.
Straight into Mind OS. Huh?
You just have me singing.
Ooh.
I like to wrap my cables. Yes, I do. I
That's
like to.
interesting.
Did I ever show you
Ew.
guys that song?
No, please don't. That no.
If I get to 1,000 followers,
ask.
I'll show you guys that song. I'm
Okay,
just
okay.
kidding. I'll get it done
Oh,
in
he said, "Come
4
on,
days.
Broski."
Like,
Oh, man, no.
I actually don't want that. Like, that'd be horrible.
That would be terrible.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah,
Absolutely
everybody would.
horrible.
Who is this damn mind tap
This guy sucks.
guy?
He's cringy. You know, I've watched my old videos and they are cringy. Like, there's one video in particular that I showed you, and I cannot watch it without cringing. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, you've changed a lot, grown up a lot.
Do you want me to possibly show you segments of that?
No.
Well, I'm going to.
Oh, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do we? Oh.
Oh yeah. Without any audio, but it's still like. Okay, I'm just gonna show you a random video now because, by nature, my videos are cringy. Do you want to see why?
Here we are.
And biggest fan is like, yes, show us the
please
cringe.
Show us anything.
Mhm.
Oh, here they are.
But this is since I don't have audio installed in this box right now.
You cannot show me your face.
See how?
Your father
yeah.
said no. Do not show me your
Why
face.
do I have Trump?
What the heck? Trump just appeared.
Okay.
Oh la la! Here's the extension.
Yeah, like
Mm.
where did
You.
where does
Mm-mm-mm.
Trump
Ooh,
play into
and
my
Trump.
videos?
I don't know. There he is. Boom.
Oh yeah, this was my studio setup.
Ooh,
This was a
there he goes.
well edited
Actually,
video.
that was and because you had a desktop that was
That's my old
what-
that's my old setup
what
right
was
there.
it? Your desktop had some mirror on it or some I don't know what you called
No,
it.
what
but
was
you
it?
could
What was I
you could
doing
do a
there?
green screen.
Like my gestures are so bad.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
Look at
show you.
that.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look
oh.
at that. Ah! I like the hand
Anyway,
gestures.
we all
like
grow
I
up,
like
right?
the hand gestures.
We all grow up, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
I would hope we all grow up. Look at that! I extended my desk. Ta-da! Just
Wow.
like magic.
Such quality content
And
right
won't
there, isn't
everybody
it?
love to see that? I mean, some people don't realize that you can take a table.
Mm-hmm. And
and
extend
extend
it.
your
Oh,
desk.
look at my bulbs. Look at these.
There, yeah, your great big hot bulbs that could start fires. And
Mm-hmm.
okay, are we done watching your video now?
Do you want to see the most
Yikes.
cringy thing ever?
How to put shelves together.
Let's
Let's
see.
watch how to put together
Shelves.
shelves.
What's wrong with that one? I thought that
Oh,
was.
you liked the hand gestures, but you would because you're sweet. She is.
This is the one where I just got finished maintaining my vacuum.
What? You grew a beard?
Huh?
Those are
I
some
finally
nice
don't.
looking light
Oh,
bulbs.
you did grow a
They-
beard.
They are
Cool.
specialty light bulbs, but I'm gonna tell you, they are cracked.
Oh,
at
I
the
like how I
base,
showed my.
And oh, look at that! Oh goodness!
Yeah.
And there's my facial. Oh my gosh! What are you doing in this one? Oh!
There's a leaf blower.
Here we go. Let's go do some cleaning.
I got finished maintaining my vacuum. That's what I did.
Let's go do
And
some
then I
cleaning.
dropped it. I dropped it on the floor.
Yay. Okay.
And then you started yelling at me like, "What the heck did you do?"
Are you okay? I'm
Do you
fine.
remember that?
Yes, because I didn't know what fell. I'm like, "Are you okay?" It made
Mhm.
quite a noise. Okay.
I know.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
See, that's
The
my
light
vacuum.
bulbs could start
That's
a
my
fire,
vacuum.
though, so we don't.
We don't
There
trust
you
them
go.
too much.
Let's vacuum out with a leaf blower. There, ta-da!
I have
Video
that.
done.
Oh, you have that
That's-
leaf blower.
that's,
We have the weed whacker also.
have that
It's
leaf
it's
blower?
quite a
And,
solid
yeah,
set.
we have the two as a set. They come together. as a
We're
set.
very pleased with our. Oh yeah,
That's kind
Okay,
of a
final
scary
video.
one to watch.
final video.
Oh Lord.
One of my first videos. You were proud of this when I first made it.
Well, yeah, you were kind of young, but
What? Like it was.
I suppose it's like oh yeah, it was so hot. I'm
Hold on.
gonna fry an egg.
I need to get the audio working on this box right here because you need to hear it.
Yeah, because it's horrible.
Hey.
There's the
Hello
wind.
there, everybody. Windy Crafter here, and welcome
Windy.
back to another video where today it's hot. Yeah, it's like 111 degrees outside. And it's
You
just
can't
crazy.
record in the wind,
Right?
man. Oh, you can't record in the wind, man. Cut.
Hey,
But I remember. Okay. I do remember though that you thinking, hey, I'm gonna just test the theory of whether you can fry an egg when it's as hot as what it is.
What do you think
You-
happened?
You couldn't.
I'm gonna
But
wrap
I
up
do
the
think
egg
that you
now.
really did try, and you made quite a mess of the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a mess of my my deck.
Show Mom's
that.
DMs in a second. Alright, I'm going to show me Mom my DMs.
You don't have a baby face anymore.
Oh boy, look at that beard.
Hey, my God, you're so handsome. Look at you. He's getting to be such a big boy. Should I do my old yenta? That's should I do my yenta? How cute. Now you just gotta get a haircut.
Mm-hmm. At least
Mom, I'm gonna be a
what-
rock star.
what I like
Okay.
what I like
It's
about
an
that
image thing, Mom. Okay.
is that you have your hair combed. You
Yeah,
look
I
neat,
know.
and you look
so
happy.
handsome.
You look happy.
You
That's
do.
what's important.
You do, and I like the beard.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like the beard a lot.
What? Is this a rerun? What do you...
Is this a rerun?
It is
Probably.
not a rerun,
I don't
okay?
know. I think you're too cute, man. I think
No,
you're too cute.
haircut.
No haircut. I hear ya,
Pitchforks.
I hear ya. Okay.
Okay,
I hear
calm
you.
down.
You got an image. You got an image to maintain. Okay, I get you. I get you.
Better hear than me.
Better hair than me.
See, this teenage girl wants your hair.
That's right.
Is
She
that
wants your
something to
hair,
say?
man. She wants your hair. You got a great look going on, kiddo.
Selfish, you should try out an
No.
Aaron Raw cosplay. Gulp down the rubbing alcohol. It's over. It's over.
It's over. Yeah,
I
will.
will.
I'll go get the hat. Grow the beard. There we go.
All right, Trapsy TV. My AP tests. I think I did okay. I think I at least got
They're
a 4
over.
out of 5. I'm happy they're over. They were really difficult
They
and not enough time, as you probably know.
They were curved.
But yeah, just because of that curve, I think that I am set to do well.
Yeah, set to do what you were hoping that you would do.
Mhm.
So we'll find out in how many months? 2 month? A month? 1 month? 2
2
months.
Dos
Ay, ay, ay.
meses.
Dos meses.
Mm-hmm. Can I get a Sun Aaron Raw in chat?
He's commenting on Enigma, I think, still. No. How's that for an answer, man? Butt cheeks clenched. No.
Mm-hmm. Fundamental falsehoods of creationism.
Hot, hot.
We don't want to. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And here we go. You're baiting us again. You're baiting us again.
Who is?
They all are.
Oh
huh?
yeah, to talk about their
Yeah.
atheism.
You talk about this.
To talk about the
Talk about
atheism
this.
like it's a disease,
Mhm.
like it's a infection on the
Membrane.
membrane.
Mhm.
Don't mention on my looks, dude.
You're adorable, man. I don't
No,
know all I'm
he
gonna
said
say.
he's Trapsty said something.
Good or bad, huh?
Do you-
Okay,
do you wanna-
you're not adorable then.
It's
Whatever.
weird. I know it's weird to say things about that.
Okay, but you are cute.
Who is?
You boil.
It's effing weird.
Mhm.
Don't mention. Oh wait,
I'm just joking with you. Just joking with you.
wait. Are you
Just
talking?
joking with you.
Are you talking to me? No, sorry, didn't mean. Oh no, you're talking to Casper.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me.
I thought
thought
he
he
was
was
talking to
talking to
me.
me.
I was like.
I did. Because I told him he was such a cutie.
No, what traps? All of us were confused. I live in Houston. I noticed the Texas.
Okay.
All right,
Okay. Okay.
let's.
Didn't know that.
This is
Didn't know that.
this is for Texas
Gotcha.
TSA. So you're right around.
Model the way.
Why am I pointing at myself?
I don't know.
That you were. Okay. This is weird. I've declared this weird. What did you just call me? I called. Thank you for watching the stream, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed.
Write your name, man.
I'll catch you all later. That's cool that we live in the same state, Trapsty.
Yeah.
But if you want to catch us again, make
So
sure
did
to
you
check
take-
us out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Same bat time, same bat place, same bat cup.
Yay. Hey, don't stop.
I don't necessarily love you guys because don't stop. Stream too good.
No.
Wait,
We
no.
do. No, we
No.
do. We
I'll
do.
be here. It's
And
3:20. Don't stop.
And I can't sleep.
No, you can't.
It's supper
Don't
time.
stop.
It's supper time. It's supper time.
If you give me one good topic,
Oh, it's supper time.
I will stay
It's
up
supper
here.
time.
I will.
It's supper time.
I will stay up here.
It's
You
supper
can
time.
go down. I will stay up here.
It's supper
I'll kill myself if you stop.
Oh, man.
Aaron, rah.
You.
Aaron, rah. Okay. It's supper time is later.
Supper time is later.
You're manipulating me.
Buddies. Hey, we're glad that you all are here.
If you
but
give
we
me
are
one
gonna-
good topic.
We are going to go eat.
Travis Scott is a singer, but more importantly, Travis Scott is a character in The Sims, whom we played extensively.
We did. Our
And
Travis
we
Scott
had
became
quite a good
very,
family.
Yeah, he became
Mhm.
very wealthy, and he had 3 healthy children and started a lovely family. That's how I know Travis
Wait, how
Scott.
do I do this? How do I get a girl to like me?
How
Or
do
how
I get a girl like
I
you?
could just say it like
Oh,
this.
Lord.
How do I get a girl to like me? Just kidding. Do you get the joke?
The classic is that you got to stop caring about whether a girl likes you or not. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of a classic. That's my advice to you is
Mhm.
hey, you know,
Be yourself.
when you say this is what I'm passionate about and this is what I love doing and this is what I'm gonna do, and you stop thinking the only thing that validates me is a relationship, well then there's gonna be 1,000 people knocking down your doors to try to get to you. That's what
What should I order from DoorDash?
DoorDash.
DoorDash,
Jeez,
what's that?
I tell you,
What is
if you're vegan, I think
logistics company?
I think anytime if you're vegan, anytime that you get like the taco bowl, that's a good choice. But if you're trying to do the LC lifestyle, then it's going to be a little more expensive, and then that depends on whether you want fish or whether you want red meat or whether
Shrimp.
you want chicken or
Shrimp.
it just depends. What are you feeling like tonight?
What is the derivative of a squared? X. I don't know.
You guys want to hear the story about how my light board suddenly made the sound of a piano?
I don't know the derivative of a log of a.
Okay, so if you're gonna ask
natural
me something technical, then you're gonna
E.
have to find out that I made my light board play
I'm in
music.
10th grade.
I made
A
my
sophomore.
light board
I'm almost a
play
junior.
music.
I am
I
the
don't know anything
top
about
of
that.
my class,
You are.
which is evidenced by this thing right here. That's all I get for
I
being.
don't know what this
Don't
is. One
show
of
it.
the pillars, huh?
Don't show it there.
One of the pillars, huh?
That's my name on it. That's why. I don't.
It's highest ranked
I've
in
had
sophomore.
enough people dox me before.
Isn't that great?
How many
Highest
people are in
ranked
your class?
sophomore.
I think like 150. We're a really
Yeah.
small school.
Smaller school.
Very, very small. Too small, in fact. That's why they're firing everyone, because we're so small, and then they have to hire everyone back.
99
102.53, I think.
102 point.
Yeah, I actually think it's in the point sevens now.
102 point.
It was 102.53
yeah,
last year.
It's because
It went
they're-
up.
It's because certain classes are weighted,
Mhm,
and
because of
he was
AP
able
classes.
To take AP
Now I'm gonna
advanced
take
placement classes,
International
which are weighted
Baccalaureate.
at 1.1,
Uh-huh.
and the IB classes, which you're able to take next year, are weighted at 1.15. And I don't know why the classes at the local college, the university, are weighted lower than high school IB classes, but I don't know. Anyway,
It isn't out. Well, they don't really measure it out of 5. They just give us like the full-on weighted GPA. Maybe.
yeah. So
because
it's on a scale of
I did
100,
a GPA.
so it's like
cal-
102 point blah blah blah.
I'm not okay because they wanted to pay the fundamental falsehoods of creationism, and it's ticking me off. Are you taking offended? I'm not
Yes, he
offended
is.
by it. I'm not offended by it. Okay, you can believe in
The
whatever you
falsehoods
want to
of
believe in.
creationism, and you kept wanting to talk about Aaron. I don't know. I don't know anything on that topic. I know what I believe. I know
Mhm.
fundamentally what's in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But that
And
might
it's
not
not
speak
that.
to your heart. That
It's
might
not
not
that.
speak to your heart. And I don't necessarily need to offend you. And I know that my heart doesn't need an argument. I don't need somebody to rant at me logically or illogically.
I like how we have one person
With
in
eyes
here
to see.
that
and
wants
with a
to
certain
have
faith.
an intelligent conversation about classes, and the other person that says, I accidentally got a girl pregnant. I'm trying to say,
Accidentally.
and
Those
there's this-
things could be prevented.
there's this person, he's joking, obviously. There's this person that, who is he? He always says he does these narration videos of a top 10 list. I can't remember his name. He's so annoying. Are you pro-life or pro-choice? I actually haven't really even looked into that, like, seriously.
I am thinking that the people, though, that protest that are now absolutely crazy. I think that there's an extreme that we've had to come to, and that if we have a choice, then, but
You're pro-Aaron Raw.
then somebody somewhere is going to be
How do
livid about it.
I add a term to the blocked list? Well, thank you.
I'm cool, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mixwell. Now, how do I add a term to the block list? I'm gonna add Aaron Raw to the block list.
It's
gonna ban you whenever you say it.
It's you, man. It's you. So, those were some great topics, guys. We really appreciated that. Although we didn't get into too much of a. He's a person. He's
Okay.
a person.
So you know.
Even though we didn't get into too much of a detail. No, please.
No.
It's like he's melting from his best friend
Sit
out
your
of the
ship.
train.
Actually, real topic here. How can it? I know that you're kidding, but Oh boy.
You object to something, huh?
You know, you were being cool.
What is it, blah?
But if you say one more thing,
Oh, Lord.
then I have my finger on the ban hammer. So yes. Well, let's go on. He's just a bit of a meme.
Indeed.
But I respect the man.
You
okay.
respect the long hair and the beard. You respect the sunglasses, the hat. What do you respect?
I respect anyone that's respectful. So if he's respectful, then I respect him.
We agree to disagree?
So is the name Aaron? No. That
Is
was a
it
joke.
banned?
I'm not gonna ban that.
No.
It's fine if you joke. It's fine if you meme. You meme.
Is he a bit of a meme?
He is quite a
He's
meme,
a
isn't he?
meme-y.
But I wanted to I wanted to respond
Okay.
to whatchamacallit. I know I take early college classes and it's annoying because it counts less than an AP class.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that you can take something that's giving you college credit that you're doing to promote, yourself and your future and what you believe is the best track for you, and they penalize you, because you had to make a decision whether you were going to do something that might advance you in your future or maintain your status as highest ranking in your class. And you had to decide which was a greater benefit. And I don't think that kids that really want to work hard and achieve should have to be given an ultimatum. I just don't think that it should. But anyway.
Trapsty, I think that you need to look beyond motherly figures and look to someone different.
Me too.
Only if you're in Alabama, I guess.
Me too. Yes, me too.
Sweet home
In a
Alabama.
motherly kind of way. In a
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
motherly kind of way.
I like Leonard Skinner
yeah,
for
his image.
the
What
music,
are you
not
talking
the
when you
meme.
see his image? The long hair?
Yes, how can he not be a meme? Oh gosh.
Okay, yeah, I agree with
Lauren
that.
is like, oh my
Oh,
gosh,
God.
these people.
Face plant.
I can't believe they're still.
Hey, we got some great topics to talk about, but you know what? I think supper is truly and absolutely ready. So.
Oh no, someone else came in. Dave on the
Hey,
wave surfing
guys.
save.
That is a cool name.
That is an
What
interesting
it?
name. Let's see.
Dave on the
I'm interested. How
wave,
long have you been on
surf
Twitch?
and save.
Oh, no, You've had that name for a while. It sounded like something
That's
that you just
too
created.
Cool. I really like that. Hey, you come back so we can talk about your name a little bit later on and where it came from.
We're doing hungry. We're doing
fine.
hungry. We're
We are
really
doing
hungry.
hungry right now. We definitely are doing hungry. We're gonna go get a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Sick name. That is a sick name.
it is. If sick is a good thing, is it a good thing?
Have a good meal. We'll
We
try.
will. We will. We love you guys.
Thank
Come
you.
back here. Come back here. Well, we're trying to start streaming on Saturday at 2 so that it won't be so terribly late for y'all. But I think that we are your late night entertainment show now. Your late night entertainment show.
Well, okay.
But,
what we're gonna do is we're gonna run reruns for you guys. Okay, so don't leave chat. We're gonna end the show, but I'm going to run some reruns because we gotta go. We love you guys.
We love you too.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you later.
We'll
We're
see
praying
you-
For you.
we'll see you
We
same
are
bat
always
time.
Praying for you.
Same bat plays. Yes, I am.
Always praying for you.
The same one that Trapsy apparently thinks is hot, which is really weird.
Okay, Dang Jew, you pulled me in. What else is a cool name?
You
What
know,
do you think a cool name is?
gosh, you're dragging this on.
I'm
Well,
waiting.
thank you.
I'm waiting.
Thank you
it.
for saying that. That's awesome.
I knew it.
Aaron Raw.
Bye.
Goodbye, cruel world.